Alright, this presentation is called The Power of SEO, How to Boost Web Presence and Visibility. My name is Peter Brown, and this presentation is brought to you by Petras Internet Marketing. You can find us online, www.petrasinternetmarketing.com. There's going to be two focal points of this presentation, the first being what SEO is and different types of SEO methods and strategies, and then the second part is going to be the rubber hits the road strategic advice that I'll give you that will help you do your own SEO on your website, your business, your blog, so forth. So hope this will be of great use to you. Let's jump right into it. What is SEO? Got to start at the very beginning, right? SEO stands for search engine optimization. What it does is it boosts content higher in the search engine results. Doesn't matter what that content is. If it's online, if it's searchable, it'll be found in the search engines. SEO focuses on boosting it in the search engines, whether it's a website, article, video, blog, you name it. Good SEO leads to increased web traffic and brand visibility. Let's take a look at two sample searches in Google. You'll notice the one on the left-hand side here, you've got the local results in the green box, and then you've got the ads over here. You also have a map. Interesting how Google automatically places that in there when it knows you're doing a local search. Over here is a non-local search, and so you've got more ads, and then you've got the organic search results right here. So what SEO would do and focus on doing is boosting this website, for example, up higher in the search engines, or your website up. It also do it in the local search results as well. That's what SEO's goal is. There's a number of different types of search engines. Google is the king. We'll see that on the next slide. Yahoo's also up there, Bing, DuckDuckGo, Ask.com. This is not an exhaustive list. There are way too many to mention. Here's the bottom line. The higher you are in the search engine, the more business you're going to get, period. And the lower you are in the search engines, the much more likely you are to never be found by your potential clients and customers. 75% or more of online searchers stop at the first page of results. That's why it's so important to be in the top 10 first page of results on Google. That's what SEO does for you. Here's some die-hard SEO facts. As I said before, Google captures 84% of all global online searches. It's the king of searches. Here's another interesting thing. Search engines have been changing lately, and so social media presence can increase your organic search engine conversion rates by 10%. Studies have shown that. Another study has shown companies that blog regularly have 434% more indexed pages, in other words, pages that are found in the search engines, 97% more inbound links, 55% more website visitors. Wow. Here's the different types of SEO. There's local SEO, national SEO, international SEO, and getting to the national levels are definitely much more competitive than getting on the local level. There's different types of SEO continued. Here's the black hat, gray hat, white hat. This is an ongoing argument between all SEO people in the industry. Black hat's generally a very sketchy, spammy, put on sketch sites such as XXX sites, pornography sites. Spyware's involved in black hat. Usually it's the stuff that pretty much most people in the industry agree is going to probably find you in trouble with Google and the other search engines. So you kind of want to avoid that. Not too many people in the search engine industry will call what they're doing black hat. If they do, you want to avoid them as much as you can. Gray hat's the stuff that's kind of in between. It could be seen as spammy, but people debate that. And white hat, of course, is the cleanest, the easiest, the best to do. It looks organic. It feels organic. It's not going to get you into any sort of trouble on the search engines because it's done naturally. Here's some on-site factors, if we're talking about your website, that affect SEO. Text. Not all text is created equal. H1, H2, H3, bold, strong text. The size of your website. The higher number of pages you have, generally, the better off you're going to be in the search engines. If you've got a 100-page website, you're going to do so much better than someone with 5 pages on their website. Something that's interesting also to note is that website load time is a factor in your search engine results. If your website takes forever to load, it's got a ton of flash and large pictures, Google's going to ding you for that a little bit and knock you down a little bit in their search engine results. Another thing, fresh, evergreen content is vital. If you're copy-pasting stuff from other sites, other companies, other pieces online that you find, that's going to ding you as well because you're not the original source. Google has a way of telling that. The age of your site matters to Google. If you've whipped up a website and put it up in 2 months, it's not going to be as authoritarian as a site that's been up for 5 or 6 years in the eyes of the search engine. Internal linking. Are you linking on your website to different pages of your website? That's important. The appearance of your website. Has your website been freshened up lately? Here's some off-site factors affecting search engine optimization. Bonus content showing in the search engine results. You can have a website. You can also have a blog separately. You can have your own video channel. All those can show up in the search engine results when someone's looking for the product or service that you offer. What neighborhood your site is in. Hosting IPs, unless you do a dedicated server, your website is bunched in the same neighborhood as hundreds, if not thousands or more of other websites in your IP address vicinity. So on your server, I would suggest getting a dedicated server if you can for your hosting. If not, it's something to at least keep in mind. Here's another thing that affects your SEO of your website that's not on your actual website. It's reviews and off-site profiles. Boy, Yelp is really drawing a lot of attention these days. So is Angie's List. That's up and coming. Patch is AOL's local service. If you're in those and you've got reviews, off-site profiles, you better hope they're positive. If they're not, it's really going to affect you. Google reviews as well. Links pointing to your website are vital. More the merrier. That's why this slide is in here. The biggest SEO factor is links. It's not just any types of links. Quantity, quality, and strategy all matter. Generally speaking, the more links pointing to your site, the better. Quality of the links matters. Not all links are equal. A .edu, a .org, a .gov are better than a .com or a .net. If you think about that for a few minutes, it'll make sense to you, hopefully, but that really does make a difference. Strategy, you can do deep linking. Source of links matters. All at once type linking where you just dump 50 links to your website versus trickle links. Anchor text, link exchanges versus reciprocal links versus one way. There's an implement. If you have no idea what this is and you're considering hiring an SEO company, I would strongly suggest you ask them what types of strategies they use. They won't go into detail unless they're just totally forthcoming, because that's kind of asking what the secret sauce is of what they do, but hopefully they'll be able to speak knowledgeably to that. Let me get to the second portion of this presentation, because I believe this is really where the rubber hits the road. This is going to be the meat on the bones of what you're doing for your own SEO program. Here's some suggestions that I would make to you to increase your organic search engine rankings. These are things you can do right now. First of all, get a business blog and blog regularly. You saw the statistic before. If business blogging really does increase the number of pages on your website that get indexed by search engines and increase the number of incoming links, then this is a no-brainer. Super easy to do it online, off-site. You can also do it on-site. If you can do it on-site, I would strongly suggest doing that, but you could go to blogger.com and set up a blog and be up and running in 10 minutes. Here's the second thing. Ask your clients and customers to review you online. Remember this slogan: a positive review increases your search engine value. Here's some more suggestions. Encourage customers and clients to link to your site. Everyone these days has either a blog, Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth. Ask them to mention the great service or price they receive from you. Number 4, choose a single social media outlet and attack. Get a Facebook, Twitter profile. Get active on it. Post valuable content. Meet people. Meet friends. Follow different people. Engage in the content and discussion that's going on. Build a positive reputation. Inspire a following. Create more content for your company. Whatever type of content you can create, I would suggest creating it, because the more content you have, if it's quality and it's fresh and it's original, you didn't rip it off of someone else, the much higher chances you have of showing up in the search engines. There's other types of content as well: booster site, forum site, quality blog comments, social bookmarks, forum profile. The list goes on and on as far as the content you can create for yourself for free with links back to your own website, information about you, and that will get you higher up in the search engine. If you have any questions, I encourage you to leave a comment or contact us, www.petrasinternetmarketing.com.